Okay, we're going to look at 9.241 about determining a sample size in order to match up to a certain margin of error we want. So in this problem here, we want only a 3% margin of error, and we want to use a 99%, not a 3-point margin of error, and a 99% confidence interval. So in this case, what we're doing is we're actually going to try to control for the error. And in order to do that, we have to determine a certain amount of sample size. And so this is from our notes here. We have this equation. And since we're using a 99% confidence interval, all we need to do is substitute the values into here to determine which sample size ensures us a 3-point margin of error. And so we already know what the S is, 12.9, the standard deviation. E is your error, 3 points. So I put that in here. That's your error, margin of error. And the 2.575 comes from here, the critical value. In this case, we use a critical Z for this calculation, and for 99% confidence interval, we use 2.575. Now, if you want only a 90% level of confidence, we would then use 1.65 in there to then determine your sample size. And this equation is just rewritten from one that we've had before, your margin of error equation. It's just rewritten using algebra in a different form. So we just go ahead and calculate those values there. Don't forget the squared here. Calculate those values. So in the end, we round when n is rounded up to the nearest whole number based off of that instruction there. So we know we need to interview to be 99% confident with 3-point error. We need to interview 123 subjects, and in this case, we need to interview 51 subjects for a level of confidence. So what do we know? How does the decrease in confidence affect the sample size required? So once we decrease this, your sample size also decreases. Decreasing the confidence interval right here, decreasing the level of confidence decreases the sample size needed. So you don't have to interview as many people.